When looking at the multifamily horizon for 2023, it's important to also recognize where we are today and where we have been. Over the past 2 years, COVID has had a dramatic impact over the multifamily market. You can see this most notably when you look at lease renewals. Lease renewals across the country pre-COVID were averaging 50% across most assets and across most markets. During COVID, that significantly increased as not only personal preference had people choosing to stay in place, but also government mandates. As we continue to look at the current landscape of the multifamily market nationally, we also see that Yardi is reporting approximately 300 properties that are on GSE watch list. That means that these properties are not meeting the DSCR ratio as required by the lenders. This will dramatically impact the available product that a tenant can select from when choosing a place to rent. Another area that might cause concern is the chain supply issues and the labor shortages we're seeing in construction. This was heightened during COVID, but has since subsided quite significantly, so we are starting to see a return to normalcy. The only challenge to that is due to the rising interest rates, we are seeing less developers choose to pursue new construction of multifamily properties. I also believe that there is going to be a challenge of bringing current properties to production because of the fact that the interest rates that they underwrote 2 years ago are not reflective of the actual interest rates. In other words, the construction loans that a lot of developers are under today are not sustainable in terms of once they refinance. And therefore, it's going to be much more challenging to finish these construction projects. With respect to looking at the future, not a lot of people are talking about this, but one thing to consider is the impact of another round of COVID. If we see something like this happen and there are additional government shutdowns, we may once again start to have supply chain issues and labor shortages due to federal mandates. Even without COVID coming through another wave and impacting the multifamily market, if you believe that a recession is looming or if we are in a recession, historically, multifamily has performed quite well during a recession as housing affordability gets much more challenging during recessions and people opt for renting. In fact, there is often an increase in rents during a recession just because of increased demand. Overall, we believe that 2023 will be a year where multifamily performs very consistently and is still going to be the asset choice as the best real estate asset class in which to invest in 2023.